Another of Charles's great loves was food. Mealtimes were filled with ritual and ceremony. Food historian Ivan Day has agreed to meet me at the historic 15th century Long Crendon Manor in Buckinghamshire to talk me through and show me just what the king ate.
Tracy, I've got here a really remarkable bit of British history, which is a book published during the reign of Charles II about the history of the Order of the Garter. And during his reign, of course, King Charles II was the chief pixie of the Order of the Garter.
And there he is in all his splendour.
Why we're focused on it is a bit further back in the book is an account of a feast held at Windsor in 1671. And at that meal, we have the first record of ice cream being served. So,
wow, look at that. That's amazing to see a meal in such detail like that.
Well, it's about as regal as you can get, isn't it? This is St. George's Hall. There
at the top table, I presume that's the man himself, that's Charles.
Now, he's sitting alone under a canopy of state, and all these people around him are serving him. The knights are all sitting here, and they're probably consuming the first course of the meal. And there were two main courses of the feast. And we also have the menu, or the bill of fare for that meal. You've got these savoury dishes, lobsters and things that could be cooked very quickly, game birds. And then afterwards, I guess they had what was the equivalent of our modern after-dinner chocolate, which was a dessert, but they called it the banquet.
So not a great feast, as the word conjures up.
No, it had a totally different meaning in those days. Probably the most luxurious item is one plate of ice cream.
Wow.
And that really is the first record of ice cream being served in Britain, yeah.
That's extraordinary.
Because Charles was a king, his table was always extremely well laid. And in the 17th century, that meant a multitude of different dishes put on the table all together. You know, he could have 20, 30 dishes laid before him of meats and pies and puddings and really sumptuous things. He didn't have to eat everything that was put before him.
He would sit there having little bits of this and little bits of that. Even the act of wasting food was something that only a king could do, because who else in society could waste that amount of food?
You'd need a Hollywood budget to do this authentically, but I've had a go at replicating Charles's dessert or banquet course.
Wow, all of this just for one man. That's extraordinary. So, Ivan, where do I start?
Well, I think you should try one of the oldest dishes of the banquet course, which is this very light thing called a wafer.
Lovely. It's beautifully decorated.
Made in 17th century wafering.
That's nice. It's not too sweet, but still a nice flavour. OK, and now this looks glorious.
Well, this is a syllabub in a 17th century syllabub glass. And you, first of all, drank the liquid from the bottom by sucking it through the spout. That's not like a teapot, it's not for pouring, it's for sucking. So here we go.
And it really works.
You get a strong alcoholic, and then you eat the rest of it as spoon meat.
So a little bit of cream to follow the booze.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What's on this very
Well, there's an array of
plate here?
white and red gingerbreads and black gingerbread. And then these are called pippin knots, they're made from apples. And then this one, which is the most dangerous food on the table, this is the Viagra of the Stuart period.
Oh, really?
It's candied oringo root, and it was considered to be the most powerful aphrodisiac, pretty suited to this particular merry monarch, I would have thought.
Well, now you've set it up, I've got to try this.
I'm stepping well back.
I can't account for my actions after this. That's very unusual. It's kind of like parsnip. I'm getting not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah, it's sometimes called sea parsnip. What you're eating it with is a thing called a sucket fork. So you can eat something sticky like that with the fork. And then why don't you try Charles's ice cream?
This is really the showstopper, isn't it? The ice cream. Hey, lovely. That is delicious. It's very delicately flavoured. What is that I'm tasting?
It's orange flower water, which was really the perfume of the court of Louis XIV.
Of course, yes, he loved orange flower, didn't he? Well, that's absolutely beautiful, very delicate flavour.
One of his favourite foods was something called egg and ambergris. And ambergris is basically waste matter that whales barf up or defecate. And it basically includes squid beaks and all sorts of horrible stuff. But it smells foul when it's found, but then acquires a very pungent odour. And Charles loved having this chopped up with egg. It was one of his favourite meals. And I have to say, it sounds absolutely disgusting, but that's what he liked.
Why don't you try one of these? This is called Bane Bread. We don't know why it's called that, but it's absolutely spectacularly delicious. Very crisp. Made from almonds.
Oh, yes.
You should get some rose water in there.
Again, it's got a similar taste to the ice cream, that very fragrant.
They love the flavour of perfumes. It's extraordinary.
No, that's delicious. And here at the end, we have something healthy, a large dish of oranges.
Of course, you have to remember that his mistress, Nell Gwynn, was selling these in Covent Garden.
Ah, so this is a little reference to her, perhaps. How fantastic. Well, thank you for showing me all of this. I mean, I know you said this is a reduced version of one of Charles's banquets, but I just find it hard to believe all of this just for one man.
Not a man, a king.
And a very pampered one at that.
Yeah.